Kaguya and Black Zetsu are the true villains of the entire Naruto anime. We haven't been told exactly what she's been up to. Saving the planet or destroying it? Did Hagoromo and Homura do the right thing when they sealed her? What was Zetsu capable of? And who he was for real? Will we be able to see Kaguya and Zetsu again in the Boruto anime? Why was Kaguya a rabbit? And how are the zodiac signs related to it? Enjoy watching. In the recent episode of Boruto, we were again shown Kaguya and were reminded that she was absorbing planets, just like Ishiki and the rest of the Otsutsuki did. But judging by the appearance, she did this after Hagoromo and Homura were born, since she arrived on Earth without horns. They appeared after she ate the fetus. This means that after she gave birth to her children, she traveled with Ishiki for a long time, which is confirmed in the episodes when we were revealed her appearance. Hagoromo and Homura said that their mother is often absent. They grew up like ordinary people, and they were 25-30 years old. This means that after Kaguya ate the chakra fruit on Earth, she traveled to other planets with Ishiki for another 20-30 years and devoured them. And two questions arise: who was the victim for the 10 tails, Kaguya or Ishiki? And for what reason did Kaguya betray her partner? I think the answer is obvious. After she ate the fruit and gave birth to children, she went to the place where Ishiki was waiting for her and said that she absorbed all the chakra on Earth, and she continued to travel with her partner. However, after some time, Ishiki found out that the Earth is intact and Kaguya actually gave birth to children there, and it was after that she betrayed him. And apparently, it was not a sneak attack. We were told that they had a battle in which she won. This means that she was stronger than Ishiki. To me, it's obvious that she's stronger than him and Mama Shiki, since in order to defeat her, she had to be sealed, and Mama Shiki was defeated with the Rasengan, and he turned into Karma. Urashiki was also defeated. Ishiki, after the battle with her, took a very long time to recover in Jigen, and he would have died if there had not been a vessel nearby. This hints to us that she was the strongest among them, or at least she could fight them one by one. But most likely, she is nobody against Shibai. After that, she began to prepare for the other Otsutsuki to come after her. However, if I'm not mistaken, she prepared for this from the very beginning, right after the birth of Hagoromo and Homura, because she knew that the clan would not leave her alone so easily. And therein lies the biggest mystery. Was she bad or good? Kaguya tried to protect her family and the planet by going against her clan, whose goal is to consume everything. But Hagoromo didn't accept it. He couldn't watch her turn the planet into her nursery to create White Zetsu. But it seems to me that, in the future, she wanted her children to absorb the chakra fruit and become stronger, and helped her fight against Otsutsuki. Kaguya had no intention of fighting her descendants, and this is noticeable when she returned and immediately had to fight Naruto and Sasuke. But there is something else interesting. Who was the victim for the 10 tails, Kaguya or Ishiki? 100% that Kaguya traveled with Ishiki after eating the fruit. But then who was the victim? I think the answer is obvious since we had him originally. It was Ishiki, since he was a victim for the 10 tails the first time Kaguya went to Earth. But does that mean that Kaguya not only had to guard the tree until Ishiki arrived, but also absorbed the chakra fruit herself? Or maybe she was only the guardian of the tree, just like she talked about it. In the episodes, she called herself the guardian of the tree. This means that Ishiki always ate the chakra fruit himself, and she just waited for him and guarded the divine tree. Ishiki is the only Otsutsuki so far who has not wielded Rinnegan, or he own it, in the same eye that he currently has Shibai's Ion, but in the battle against Kaguya, he lost it, and he had to transplant the power of another Otsutsuki into himself. And all these secrets hide Kaguya's true motives and the power of Ishiki himself. We know that she was immortal. To defeat her, she could only be sealed. Her most dangerous ability was her all-killing ash bones, which could destroy anything. Also, she could teleport various dimensions to herself, which has not yet been demonstrated by any of the Otsutsuki. She controlled the 10 tails, and Ishiki held him back with pins under some kind of seal. Perhaps this is due to the fact that Kaguya is the guardian of the tree, so she controls the 10 tails, and Ishiki can't. On top of that, we were shown Kaguya's true form, a white rabbit. We know that Otsutsuki are associated with the 12 signs of the zodiac, and only Kaguya was shown in her true form. Urashiki was a rooster. Mama Shiki is considered a dragon. Kanshiki is like a monkey, and Ishiki is like a bull, although at the expense of the last two. I don't know for sure. In addition to these 5, there must be 7 more. Shibai is most likely the zodiac tiger. There are still 6 left. These are a rat, a snake, a horse, a sheep, a dog and a pig. If this is all true, then the authors will show us 6 more new Otsutsuki. The snake is most likely somehow connected with the Orochimaru clan. If Jashin is also an Otsutsuki, then he is also one of the 6, and he can be either a rat or a horse. In any case, we will see many more Otsutsuki besides Shibai. But so far, Kaguya is the strongest among those who have been shown to us, not counting Shibai, because she created incredible karma, in my opinion. And this is Zetsu. I believe Black Zetsu was the one who passed Kaguya's genes to Madara. As a result, she was reborn. Zetsu is an unusual person. Most likely he was created by the same technique that Hagoromo used to create the tailed beasts, the creation of all things technique. It is mentioned that Izanagi is based on the principle of this technique. To put it simply, it is an imagination that has been infused with chakra. Kaguya created a new creature, which became Zetsu. He, in fact, was not such a karma, but was able to collect her genes and then revive her in the right vessel. Plus, he lived a very long time. Zetsu was created during the time of Hagoromo and lived until the time of Naruto. In essence, he is a tailless Biju, a creature created from chakra and fantasy. This is the will of Kaguya, which was embodied in Zetsu. And none of the Otsutsuki shown to us showed a technique of creation of such a level. As for Shibai, I don't know. It is possible that not every Otsutsuki is capable of having multiple shinjutsu, but aren't they capable of using any shinjutsu? Momoshiki said about shinjutsu in the manga, it seems that each of them can use any existing shinjutsu technique. Then why didn't any of them create for themselves the embodiment of their will, such as Black Zetsu? Perhaps Ashiki, when he transferred the white karma to Code and then came to him in the form of a soul, made him the embodiment of his will? Unclear, but this ability, in my opinion, makes Kaguya superior to other Otsutsuki. Zetsu was able to take control of another's body and use his abilities. Also, he could pass through the ground and even use the wood element. Although, this is a little controversial since he was tied to a white Zetsu, and white Zetsu is able to use the element of wood since he has Hashirama's cells. But here it's a little unclear. We were told that Hashirama's cells are in the white Zetsu, and then it turned out that the white Zetsu are creatures created by the tree, and they were once created by Kaguya. This means that white Zetsu's ability to manipulate the tree is not from Hashirama, it's an ability from the tree. And Hashirama also has these abilities from the tree, more specifically, from Kaguya, since she was the guardian of the tree, and most likely she was able to use this element. And I have a question, will Kaguya and Black Zetsu appear in Boruto anime? Probably yes. We are hinted that Himawari has terrifying power, and maybe she contains Kaguya's power. Even if that's not the case, Kaguya is sealed, and Boruto will most likely remove that seal and return her. And Kaguya will return Zetsu and help Shinobi in the battle against Otsutsuki. I have a generally crazy theory that came to my mind after this picture. When Kaguya devoured everything from the planet, it turned to stone. It looks like the moon, the one where she had once been sealed away. If you remember, when she was sealed, there was a silhouette of the deity, which sealed her, and then, the earth pulled towards her, from which the planet was formed, or the moon, call it what you want. And removing the seal is almost impossible, only if you revive Otsutsuki in a new body. So, my theory is that before the birth of all the planets, there was the first race and the gods, and this first race challenged the gods, and each of their race was sealed away, and the planets became their prison. And thus, the chakra was formed, scattered to various planets, since the core of the planets are Otsutsuki, and due to the fact that they are in the core, life and chakra are born on the planet. However, some of them managed to do what Kaguya was able to do, being reborn into a new body, and they decided to take the power of their race by absorbing it from these planets. But life was formed there from this chakra, which was distributed among living beings, water, trees, and so on. But Otsutsuki decided to absorb it, thereby gathering all the power in their body, and each of them wants to become a god. I understand it sounds crazy, but the theory, as for me, is interesting. Because the chakra has to come from somewhere. If it's everywhere in the universe, then why not just suck it out of space? Why is a planet necessary, and not an ordinary planet, but with a certain concentration of chakra? This is what Kanshiki was talking about when we were first shown him, along with Momoshiki. This means that Otsutsuki are not looking for random planets, but certain ones. The ones that have something. But what exactly? A meteorite that was once part of their planet or something else? Or a planet with life? Where did the chakra come from? I hope you enjoyed this video and leave your feedback in the comments. Good luck to all.